Hey guys, my name is Trisha. Welcome back to 5th grade science with all STEM. Today we are going to talk about structures and functions of living organisms. This video covers human body systems along with unicellular and multicellular organisms. If you want help with a specific topic, make sure to check out our links for further reference page in the description box below. There are links relating to every question. Alright, let's get started with the first question.
Alright, let's get started. What is the smallest and most basic unit of life? Well, the answer is a cell. A cell is the smallest unit of a living thing that can carry out the basic processes of life that are necessary to survive. Cells are so small that it's impossible to see them with the naked eye, so we have to use tools like the microscope to observe them. There are multiple different ways to classify organisms, but one of the most common is to classify organisms by the number of cells they have. Moving on to question number 2. An organism has several major body systems that work together to allow the organism to survive. Is this organism unicellular or multicellular? The answer is multicellular. Unicellular organisms are organisms that are made up of only one cell, which means that they have to complete all their necessary bodily functions in that one cell. Some examples include bacteria, yeast, and protists. However, multicellular organisms have multiple different cells. So many multicellular organisms have different cells specifically designed to perform different tasks. Groups of these similar cells form body systems. Alright, question number 3. What jelly-like substance, which is in all cells, fills the inside of a cell? The answer is a cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is this orangish-yellowish substance that is inside the cell, and it just holds the organelles in place. So these are some other organelles. The cell membrane controls movement in and out of the cell, and it surrounds the cell. The cell wall is only in plant cells, and it surrounds the cell and gives it its rigid shape. The nucleus is the control center of the cell. It's kind of like the brain of the cell. It is in both types of cells, animal and plant. A nuclear membrane separates the nucleus from the rest of the cell, so it's in its own little bubble. The mitochondria produces energy using oxygen and nutrients. The ribosomes help cells make proteins on the endoplasmic reticulum. The vacuoles are basically storage closets for food, water, and waste in cells. And chloroplasts. We all know of chloroplasts. They contain chlorophyll, which makes the plants green, and it is also where food is made by photosynthesis. So these aren't in animal cells because animal cells do not make their own food, but they are in plant cells. So if you look over here, I can show you a couple of the structures we just talked about. So we have the cell membrane over here. You can see it's that lighter orange that's just kind of, surrounding the cell. We have some vacuoles used for storage. And over here we have our little chloroplast. And we have our cell wall, which is basically this green outer wall of the cell. And we have another vacuole right here. Question number 4. Why have complex multicellular organisms created transport systems within their bodies? Well, they want cells within the body to exchange gases with the environment, so they had to develop these transport systems. Because in multicellular organisms, only the surface cells, like skin cells, are in contact with the environment, which means only they can exchange substances with it. But cells within the organism are too far away from the environment for a direct exchange. In order for the cells within to get the resources they need, organisms have developed transport systems. Question number 5. Which of the following best describes an owl? A. Owls are made of one cell that carries out one life process. B. Owls are made of one cell that carries out all different life processes. C. Owls are made of many cells that are specialized to carry out different life processes. Or D. Owls are made of many cells that carry out one life process. The answer is C. Owls are made of many cells that are specialized to carry out different life processes. Owls, like humans, are complex multicellular organisms. As mentioned before, multicellular organisms are made up of multiple cells and have specialized cells to carry out different processes. Which two human body systems work together to allow us to run, walk, and move around? The answer is the skeletal and muscular systems. The skeleton is our body's protective structure, which is made of mostly bones. Bones have two major functions. Some bones in our body, such as our spine, provide our body with structure, while others, like the rib cage, protect our internal organs. Another major thing that our bones do is produce red blood cells. The muscular system is the system which is all about our muscles. It does many different things, ranging from helping us walk to helping us with digestion. There are three types of muscles: the skeletal muscles, which help us move, cardiac muscles, which are only found in the heart, and those help circulate and basically pump blood throughout the body, and also the smooth muscles, which are found inside organs such as the stomach, intestines, and they help with digestion. Together, the skeletal system and muscular system allow us to do a variety of things, such as moving, running, walking, all of it. The muscles protect our bones and, while contracting, allow us to move our limbs, and to allow this, our bones are connected by joints. Okay, moving on to question number 7. Every single organ in each of our bodies interact with each other. How do the organs of the circulatory and respiratory systems interact? Well, the circulatory system transports the oxygen brought in by the respiratory system to other areas of the body. So the circulatory system includes the heart, blood vessels, blood, lymph, and lymphatic vessels. The circulatory system circulates or transports blood, nutrients, oxygen, and a lot more. The respiratory system includes the lungs, airways, blood vessels, and more. The main function of the respiratory system is to allow you to respirate or breathe. These two systems work hand in hand on the transportation of oxygen. So the respiratory system brings in the oxygen, and the circulatory system circulates the oxygen to all other parts of the body, because you need oxygen to survive. The blank system breaks down the food we eat, while the blank system transports the nutrients to each cell in the body. The answer is digestive and circulatory. So the digestive system breaks down the food we eat, while the circulatory system transports the nutrients to each cell in the body. So the digestive system is another one of the many body systems. It includes organs like the stomach, intestines, etc. And it basically just digests or breaks down the food we consume. It absorbs the nutrients from our food, and as mentioned before, the circulatory system circulates or transports those nutrients to every part and cell of our body. Okay, moving on to question number 9. How does the muscular system depend on the nervous system? Well, the nervous system sends signals to the muscles telling them when to move. The nervous system is another major body system, so it includes the brain, spinal cord, and every nerve in our body. The nervous system has many different functions. Some of them include controlling the body's internal environment or temperature, controlling movement, and things like memory and learning. As mentioned above, the nervous system controls movement, so it does this by sending signals to a certain muscle and telling it to contract, then again to relax. Moving on to questions number 10 and 11. So number 10, how does the skeletal system benefit the nervous system? Well, the answer is that the bones protect the brain and the spinal cord, so they also provide calcium. Bones provide calcium to the nervous system, which is essential for its daily function. Bones also protect the organs of the nervous system, so the skull protects the brain and vertebrae protect the spinal cords. Number 11, which is the relationship between the skeletal system and the circulatory system? The skeletal system produces red blood cells, and the circulatory system transports them. The bones in our skeletal system produce red blood cells, one of the main components of blood, which transports oxygen, so the circulatory system transports these cells to wherever they need to go. This is our last question of the video, question number 12. Catherine accidentally left the stove on and a pot on the stove. Her daughter Sarah touched the burning pot, but quickly pulled her hand away. Which two systems were majorly involved in this action and reaction? The answer is the nervous and muscular systems, because when Sarah touched the pot, the heat receptors registered the burning pain and sent this information to her brain, which then sent a signal to the muscles in her hand or arm. These signals allow the muscles to quickly jerk her hand away from the pot.
I hope this video helped you learn more about the structures and functions of living organisms. Like I said in the beginning, if you have any questions about specific topics, make sure to check out our links for further reference page. It'll be linked in the description box below. If this video was helpful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.